All right, guys. So today we actually got a pretty unexpected update. It's not a big content patch or a rework, but it's still a really important one. And yeah, if you've already read the title or checked the new dev messages, you know exactly what I'm talking about. NEL Isagi finally got his lefty shoot removed. That's right, it's official. Spax himself, one of the lead devs, confirmed it just a few hours ago. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that lefty shot has been removed, and now it's direct shot only. And direct shot is on ball again. He also added that the old naming was never intentional, and someone on the dev team accidentally mixed them up. So yeah, this wasn't planned as part of a big rework or patch. It was just a small quality of life push that dropped out of nowhere. The update's called the Quality of Life Mini Push, and on the surface, it doesn't look major. There aren't new styles, no new modes, or anything like that. But trust me, this single change to Isagi makes it one of the most impactful mini updates we've had in a while. Let's talk about why this is such a big deal. If you remember his most recent rework, the one that gave him his lefty shoot, you know how absolutely broken that move was. Like, it wasn't just strong, it was game-breaking. Lefty shoot could literally stop everything. It interrupted awakening shots, it messed with cutscenes, and it even canceled teammate shots if the timing overlapped. I'm not joking. It had the power to completely destroy the rhythm of a match. Players quickly found out that you could spam lefty shoot to not only outplay enemies, but also completely shut down allies' moves. It basically became a universal anti-fun button. You could be across the field, and if you timed it right, it would just override someone else's animation. It was way too fast, way too long range, and it didn't even make sense in the lore of the style. And yeah, sure, they tried nerfing it before. They reduced its range a bit, tweaked the timing, and made it feel a little slower, but it was still busted. Even after all those fixes, lefty shoot remained one of the most broken moves in the entire game. It could still stop awakening shots, which, if you think about it, is insane. Those are supposed to be the most powerful moves in the game, the highlight moments that make the matches exciting, and lefty shoot just deleted them like it was nothing. So, with this mini update, the devs finally decided enough is enough. They've completely removed lefty shoot and made direct shot his main signature again. And honestly, I think it's the right call. Direct shot has always been one of the most iconic moves in the game. Simple, clean, and true to Isagi's character. Bringing it back as his only shot makes him feel more balanced, and more in line with how the rest of the styles function. Now, of course, this change does more than just fix a bug. It's going to completely shift the way NEL Isagi is played. Without lefty shoot, his whole meta identity changes. He's no longer that crazy overpowered style that dominates the field by breaking every rule of engagement. Now he's just normal again. And I know that might sound harsh, but honestly that's good. Because let's be real. For the past few weeks, matches with NEL Isagi have been a mess. Every lobby had at least 2 or 3 Isagis spamming lefty shoot non-stop. It got to a point where people were quitting mid-game because it wasn't fun anymore. Now, after this update, I think we're going to see his pick rate drop pretty hard. I mean, yeah, he'll still have his direct shot, and it's still strong. But without that overpowered lefty shoot, he just doesn't have the same ridiculous advantage he used to. So, I'm predicting that in a few days, you're probably going to start seeing fewer NEL Isagis in matches again. And honestly, I think that's for the best. Now, the rest of the update is pretty small, but there's one more thing worth mentioning. They fixed an issue where Isagi's awakening wasn't visually working correctly, and now, when you activate it, the field actually turns pink and purple, like a proper metavision effect. It's a small fix, but it looks really good. The colors give off this cool, almost cinematic vibe. Like the original Metavision, but with more energy and flair. It finally feels like his awakening actually changes the tone of the match. So yeah, even though this update isn't a huge patch, it's one of those quiet but important ones that really improves the overall experience. Let's be honest though, it's kind of wild that all of this came from what's supposed to be a mini push. No announcements, no countdowns, no teasers. They just dropped it suddenly, fixed a few bugs, removed lefty shoot, and made the game feel instantly more balanced. And while a lot of people might not realize how big this change is yet, anyone who's been playing ranked or even casual matches these past few weeks definitely feels the difference already. Before this update, NEL Isagi was everywhere. He was the style that everyone either played or hated. His lefty shoot was so overpowered that entire matches revolved around countering it. But now, with it gone, I think we might finally start to see a more balanced environment again. Players can actually use awakening shots without being randomly interrupted. Team synergy might start to matter again. And hopefully, styles that were being overshadowed by Isagi's dominance, like NEL Rin or even Reaper Sai, might have some breathing room to shine again. That being said, I do think there's a small downside. With the removal of lefty shoot, NEL Isagi might once again fall into that forgettable category. Remember before his rework? He was barely picked. His moves felt weak, and most people preferred almost any other style over him. And I have a feeling that's exactly what's about to happen again. He's not bad now, don't get me wrong, but compared to other top-tier options like Loki, Don Lorenzo, or even NEL Rin, Isagi's current kit feels a bit plain. There's nothing flashy or unique that makes him stand out anymore. It's almost ironic. Before, everyone was complaining that he was too strong, and now he might go back to being too average. I guess the real challenge for the devs will be to find that middle ground, where Isagi feels fun and powerful, but still fair to play against. So yeah, to quickly summarize everything, today's quality of life. Mini Push Update wasn't a major patch, but it brought one of the biggest balancing changes in weeks. NEL Isagi's lefty shoot has been completely removed. Direct shot is now his only main shot again, and it's back to being on ball. His awakening now properly changes the field to a pink/purple meta-vision color. And the update also included a bunch of small bug fixes and quality of life tweaks. That's basically it. No new styles, no big reworks, but still one of the most impactful balance tweaks in recent memory. I'm really curious to see how the community reacts to this. I know some people loved lefty shoot because it felt powerful, but at the same time, it completely ruined match balance. And now that it's gone, the meta is going to look completely different again. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like that they removed lefty shoot, or do you think it should have just been nerfed instead of deleted? Personally, I think it's a good move. It's about time we got a more balanced NEL Isagi again. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I just wanted to cover this quick but important update for those who might have missed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Especially if we get more info about the next major patch or the Halloween rework that's right around the corner.